Imagine you are sitting in your room late at night and looking at a lot of homework. Your phones keep buzzing with messages from your parents asking about your test score, and while your calendar is filled of extra classes and activities they've arranged, your heart feels heavy and you just want to scream, "Stop pressuring me!" This feeling, just overwhelming pressure, is exactly what the song "Love" by Linkin Park captures so powerfully. Hello everyone, we are Group 3, and today we will be exploring the young people's mental health through this iconic song, "The Knob" by Linkin Park. And we will take you through the two main parts today. First, we will dive into the understanding what it means to feel knob by looking at the real struggle young people face. Then we will explore the positive solution to help improve the young people's mental health. Let's start our journey. And this song we are focusing on today has touched the millions of the heart worldwide, and it's not just the music, it's a voice for those who feel unable to speak up. And Knob is released in 2003 by Linkin Park, and nearly 20 years later, its message still rings true. Just look at these themes, the pressure, the self-lose, and the emotional struggle. When the band writes about the feeling knob, they tapped into something universal that many young people experience daily. This feeling of the pressure isn't coming from the nowhere. Since the early 2000s, we've seen a rapid change in how families approach success and achievement. Whether in the Western or Asian families, the pressure takes different forms but leads to similar struggles. Western families often pushed for the independence, while something missing emotional needs. And the Asian family typically show high involvement but might create the stress through the strict control. Both approaches can leave young people feel overwhelmed. And listen to these powerful words. "I'm tired of being what you want me to be." Doesn't this remind you of our opening story? The teenager in their rooms and dying in expectation from their parents and this society. We see three key struggles here, like the losing identity, hiding true feelings, and the peer anxiety. Meanwhile, the parents push for high achievement, social status, and also their vision of the perfection. The words go deeper, like "I'm becoming this" or "I want to do." Just isn't about the being tired. It's about losing yourself. The young people are saying they don't recognize who they becoming anymore. And the constant pressure, it creates a circle of anxiety and powerlessness that affects the mental health deeply.
Okay, now I will present the second part of our research, 5 positive interventions for youth mental health. Through the analysis of the song "Numb," we've seen how teenagers often struggle with self-loss, family pressure, and societal expectations. So how can we help them? Now let's dive into 5 evidence-based strategies, each supported by research and real-world examples, to build a supportive ecosystem for youth mental health. First will be enhancing self-awareness. The lyrics, "I'm tired of being what you want me to be," resonate deeply with many teens who feel trapped by external expectations. So, what is self-awareness? It refers to an individual's ability to understand their emotions, behaviors, and values. According to Bosowski, teens with strong self-awareness are better at self-care and experience less anxiety and loneliness. In the song "Numb," we've seen a clear journey of self-awareness, from self-loss, where teenagers feel overwhelmed by external pressures, to self-awareness, where they begin to recognize their struggles, and finally to resistance and growth, where they start to reclaim the identity and autonomy. A 5-year study conducted by Canadian University found that self-awareness is positively correlated with self-compassion. Teams with clear self-knowledge show lower levels of anxiety and loneliness. So when teams learn to embrace their true selves, they can move from pleasing others to self-realization. Now let's shift our focus to the role of family. The line, holding too tightly, afraid to lose control, highlight the negative impact of overly strict parenting. According to Grant, family therapy significantly reduces internalizing and externalizing symptoms in teens. A meta-analysis involving 4,760 participants found that family involvement improves outcomes for teens with schizophrenia, reducing relapse rates and enhancing social functioning. In one case, a family in Hong Kong adopted phone-free dinners to improve communication. Within 3 months, their child's depression score dropped from severe to mild. So parents should shift from being controllers to supporters. For instance, instead of saying, "You must get top grades," try this: "I notice you are stressed. Wanna talk?" Now let's talk about the role of educators. Teens spend over 8 hours a day at school, yet many teachers lack the training to address mental health issues. According to Yale's research, ineffective communication between teachers and students can lead to misunderstandings, with teachers labeling students as rebellious or disobedient, which will further worsen their mental health. Also, a survey by Mood Executive found that over 85% of the educators want additional mental health training, including knowledge of mental health disorders, behavior management, and crisis interventions. So we can start from the practical strategies, like start the class with a 5-minute mood check-in, or train teachers in nonviolent communication techniques. Now let's explore how art can help teens regulate their emotions. NUM itself is a form of emotional catharsis, but structured art therapy offers a more constructive outlet. According to many research, art therapy provides a safe space for teens to express emotions and reduce negative feelings. Also, a study in China involving 384 teens found that music therapy significantly improved mental well-being, with 75% of the participants reporting reduced stress. So, in conclusion, schools can integrate art and music therapy into their curriculum, providing students with the creative outlet to process emotions and build resilience. Finally, let's discuss the broader societal changes needed to support youth mental health. In the previous classes, we have already learned about the youth empowerment. Here we are going to focus on the structural empowerment. First will be the diverse definition of the success. Traditional success standards such as academic achievement and career status place immense pressure on teens. According to Martini's executor, the achievement-oriented culture is a major source of stress for youth. And several European countries have already integrated broader success metrics into their education systems, including creativity, social contribution, and mental well-being. So in conclusion, media and education systems should promote diverse success narratives to challenge the stereotype that elite schools and high salaries equal success. Also, as Corrigan explains, self-stigma is an internalized form of social stigma, where adolescents may develop narrative self-perceptions of themselves. And according to Amandini in 2011, stigma remains a significant barrier to mental health care. And media plays a powerful role in shaping public perceptions, like the documentaries and the social media content in the US. So we can know that social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok can be used to share mental health education content, reducing misconceptions and encouraging teens to seek help. To sum up, these 5 interventions form an interconnected system. Families provide safety, schools offer support, and the society fosters acceptance. As NUM concludes, "I want to be myself," Only when teens are free to be authentic can they truly achieve mental well-being. And from my own perspective, I believe obsessively striving to meet others' expectations is a form of self-violence. So it's time we empower our youth to break free from these chains and embrace their true selves. Thank you. Our group are happy to take questions.